video is going to show you how to add a method of assessment so that you can enter SLOs. This typically is required to do just one time the first time you measure SLOs, and then it will be in the system. I just want to point out how that looks. Notice for this course, if I click this drop down, that there's an option for me to enter SLOs because it's using this method of assessment. Whereas if I click this drop down for this course, nothing happens, and that's because it's missing a method of assessment. I just want to look at another course just to show you again what it looks like. So when I select this drop down, this is a pre-post testing method of assessment, whereas if I click this drop down, they have an exam quiz method of assessment. So in order to enter results, you have to have methods of assessment. And it could be one, it can be several, but at least it has to have one. So the way I would get to the method of adding method of assessment to your SLO is to go back to the main course assessment plan. So I'm going to click over here on the left. And since I was on course 5, it kind of brought me back here. So what I want to do is click this drop down, and notice nothing is here for method of assessment. So I want to come all the way to the right and hit the green arrow and say I want to add a method of assessment. And here's where you choose which method works for your courses. The ones we most commonly see are exam quizzes, some kind of project, a lab report, something like that. So let's say in this class it's through an exam quiz, then you would select that and you would say students will successfully answer exam questions about this topic. Now I kind of leave it generic so that way I can copy paste into other courses if I need to, but you could have been specific and said answer questions about the benefits of swimming. Now let's say it wasn't an exam or quiz. Let's see, some other examples might be a group project or performance. Perhaps there's a performance they need to do. Pre-post testing would be like if they changed and you wanted to identify that. So all that you would need to do is describe what it is, and in exam questions kind of clear. And then your criterion would be what you defined as your department as kind of passing for you. So many departments choose 70, 75%. I might say something like 75% of students will pass all the questions related to the benefits of swimming. That means that for the SLOs to have considered to be kind of at a passing level, at least 75% of students or more need to answer all these questions correctly. So if I save this, and then if I hit the return button, I go back, and now benefits has this assessment method added. And so then what I can do is go back to my results section. Again, results are entered in a different location than changing your SLOs. But if I come back to my benefits, before it was empty. Now if I drop it down, now there's an option. So now I come over here and I hit the plus sign, and then I enter my results. So you would need to enter your method of assessment that matches how data are being collected for this particular SLO. And then I do want to add that sometimes I see multiple methods of assessment for a particular SLO, just because one year faculty assess it one way and another year they assess it another way, and that's fine. But at least it has to have one for you to be able to enter your results and say how many students pass those questions. Let me know if you have any questions on how to do this.